apparently now 50 Cent has fired whoever was in charge of sound, they probably ain't gonna have a job for a very long time because they couldn't get his mics right. And I can understand the frustration when you have this many people looking at you to enjoy themselves and get that ultimate experience and to fall short. So, man, I saw his frustration. I don't know why he chose to throw the mic into the crowd. Out of all the places he could have let out his frustration, but hitting the young lady, that doesn't look good, of course, and Ja Rule definitely took advantage of trying to chime in. So what Ja Rule messed up to me is he posted 50 Cent at the Super Bowl upside down, right? And if you go in the comments, you're going to see everyone saying, well, Ja, he was at the Super Bowl. Where were you? You know what I'm saying? So
that's what they said in the comments.
Yeah, the comments was lighting up. I had more people praising 50 Cent for being at the Super Bowl and being more current, but we can't take away Ja Rule's success. Now, Ja, we know, listen, when you had your run, can't nobody top you. Like 106 in Park, you was going to be number one. You was going to come up with a hit every 3 months, without a doubt. But at the same time, I think I would, if it were me, I'd just leave 50 Cent alone, man. I think he live and breathe petty. He a cancer.
That's the wrong person you want to troll.
He just different, man.
I think we got a new 50 flourishing. A new 50 that ain't going to really want to get involved in all the smoke. To be putting people, to be 50 know he crippled people's career. Mm-hmm. And he possibly ruined some things for them that could have took them to the next level, taking care of their families and things like that. I think where he at now, because I've seen some of his conversations and how he kind of withdrew a little bit because he know his power could, cripple a lot of situations. So I feel like the new 50 is like, you know what, I ain't finna stop nobody money.
My opinion is he got his hand in too much pots to be opening his mouth now. He got too many business and too many shows. He's all over the place for him to say anything. So I think it's still there, Eric.
He's still talking.
Yeah, he's still there.
Yeah,
Eric,
but 50 was disrespectful at one point. Like bringing up your family, your mamas, like they was on murder talk and everything. Like 50 definitely ain't. He not like that no more. He'll play with you, and it's not even the people who in conversations with him. Like Ja Rule today, it's not the same beef that they had back then. So Ja Rule engaged because he also evolved. Like, oh, this how we playing. This ain't a lot of people who was in the streets transitioned to be like, oh, this a different game. All right, this ain't the streets. Like, look at the Plies. Look at the, I don't even want to say so many names, but people who you felt like had to be so hard and tough, they kind of got a little bit more relaxed about situations. Like, people ain't trying to go out there and really ruin other people's lives and their situations and what they can actually pass down to their families because they see some of the games within the industry that can kind of hinder people from progressing to next levels. So they're like, all right, we gon' play, we gonna allow the disrespect, but we not gonna let those behind us who don't want to see some of us win, like, crash us down to the point where we can't even thrive as a people. So I've noticed the change in the sensitivities to where people that get involved in beef, it's not eliminating them or canceling them the way it did like even 5-6 years ago.
Do you think that just comes with being older though? Like these guys that were in their prime beefing, they got older. We seen 50 Cent and Fat Joe. I think that, and we seen Jeezy and Gucci. I don't know if there's anybody else out there. T.I. Lil Flip. But did they men's that? Did they squash that?
I think they did, but a lot of those situations was like trickling into the streets where people real homeboys and stuff was getting involved in it. It was getting dangerous for some of them. A lot of them was really riding around with armored vehicles and vests on and things like that. Like today, I don't feel like I don't feel like it's to that point. It don't even make too much sense because everybody on social media with it.
So y'all remember when Versus was going on and Gucci and Jeezy did theirs Versus, right?
Yeah.
And Gucci, okay, let's say maybe got a little like I guess there was an agreement to not do this. Well, I forgot the guy's name, Lukey, something Puluki, whatever the guy's name is, Jeezy homeboy who died, right? Jeezy still did Gucci still being Gucci, he did the diss record, right? At the Verses, which I guess there was a clause where he wasn't supposed to. You can feel the tension in the room, right? Because Gucci still had his people off camera. Jeezy had a crew off camera. And in the comments, everyone made it look like Jeezy was a sucker for kind of allowing it. Like they were looking for shit to go left, long story short, and it didn't. Mm-hmm. And then, after the Verses, Jeezy pretty much said, I came to do what I came to do. Like, I came to do it for the culture. Like, this was bigger than me, so we did something for the culture. But I also saw how the internet went on Jeezy and kind of saying he's soft. And all I saw was somebody, like, growing. And the evolution that we see today, I think that was starting around then. Jeezy's kind of, he's maturing. He's doing books. He's giving more knowledge. He's his son going to college. He's promoting a whole different Adversity for Sale. The book is out right now. So I just see a lot of growth in Jeezy, and I just think sometimes our culture, we would shame you for doing the right thing. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And I think that could have easily went left. But if they would have, let's say if they would have fought, let's say if shots were fired, we would have been saying black people can't do nothing. We can't get together at the same time. And that's what kind of upset me doing that Versus, because I was just there to see it go down for the culture. And I was happy they were able to be within 10 feet and nothing went wrong. Considering their history, that was scary as hell to put that on camera. Mm-hmm. That was going to play out on live TV. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I think we got to be careful with that, though, man. But I'd be happy to see people getting along. I mean, you saw Tyrese and DJ Envy. I didn't even know they had a problem with, I guess Tyrese, when he was out of his mind on those drugs he was on at that time, he must have called some people and said some foul shit. And y'all know he helped Envy with his relationship once upon a time when it wasn't steady, right? He said God kind of guided him to go and reach out to Envy because there wasn't even that tight. He just heard about what happened and was like, hey, let me help, right? So I guess when Tyrese went through his thing, he kind of said, man, my divorce was public. It happened. But he kind of was looking for that same love or reaching out instead of, Charlemagne and Envy got a job to do their own radio.
Correct.
Right? So you can report what you're hearing, but at the same time, nobody reached out behind the scene to be like, yo, you straight? You know what I'm saying? I heard you going through a divorce and, we reported, but are you good? You need anything? And Tyrese was pretty much saying, he said a lot of shit to Will Smith, to Jada, and Tyrese said he can't even remember what he said to Envy and his wife. But he said at the same time, where's my grace, though? Like, yo, my bad. He apologized for it. But Envy kind of got gangster on the set. Like, you said some stuff, I would have boxed you in your mouth. And I'm over here looking like Envy. And if you watch Tyrese if you watch the YouTube, Tyrese is a kind of giant. And you don't judge a book by its cover, but Tyrese don't look like no sucker neither, though. To me, like, he don't look like you know what I'm saying? He look like he came from that. You know what I mean? He just do R&B. But if I had to choose between Envy and Tyrese, I'm betting on Tyrese.
Like
but it was the fact that he almost like got gangster on the mic at that time. I'm like, nah, it was his energy which came off like you were disrespectful and I didn't even consider you a brother no more. And I'm like, that's definitely a conversation y'all should have had if you felt that way.
Right.
Not waiting to that moment where Tyrese was like, damn, y'all know y'all got a job to do, but y'all kind of just, y'all riding me, though, like, at the same time. But if y'all was going through something, I would check on y'all. And I'm like, damn, Envy, that did kind of look a little green, though, bro.
Envy is participating in the wrath of the light skin. Like, we're in the cycle, post calling light skin people soft. So now light skin dudes had to endure so much pain. So now we in the back end of the cycle. Where now, no matter what go on, they gotta bite their bottom lip. They gotta let you know for themselves. This is a collective consciousness embedded within every light-skinned dude. So you can't be mad at Envy for showing out on behalf of them. Shout out to T.I. T.I. was he ushered in that wave of light-skinned dudes. It's some other people out there, but T.I. definitely one of the first ones. But Envy also is participating in that, and because he on the platform he on, he kind of have to let you know on behalf, not even him personally. They probably hit each other on the side like, hey, you know, da-da-da. But on camera, you know, that raft, this is a legit mental tsunami that's just flowing through the ether spaces of internet and time in our hearts. So the light-skinned dudes have to be a little bit more aggressive and sensitive, and they gotta have some steam coming from their nostril.
Wait.
But you don't take it personally.
Wait, Eric. Okay, explain this. I don't know if you heard or you saw. He had a situation with Gunplay. That talk was not going like that. The way it happened just recently with him and Tyrese. Did he say anything crazy to Gunplay?
Gunplay let us know he do coke.
What that mean?
Like once you're a coke user and you admit that you do coke, automatically, if your gender don't exist, your race, how tall you are, the complexion, nothing. Once a person admit that they are a coke user, they're in a different category, and you just know not to come at them. Yeah.
But I just felt like, Ty, and I just felt like something like that. For me, if it was that significant to you, I blocked you. I had you blocked. So that's why when I'm in Atlanta, you would hit me up. I didn't come. Like, bruh, come on, man. Come on, bruh. Like, I just saying, if somebody really your dog and they really helped you with some stuff, like, once again, you still probably got your marriage because of that. You know what I mean? Ty was with them 4 months talking on the phone. You know what I mean? Hey, plan this, do this, pick this restaurant. I'ma come. I'm finna come and sing. Like,
ride for the light skin. It's not personal. We can't blame DJ Envy.
Oh man, I'm glad none of y'all brothers light skinned. Then
we're
gonna be all right.
Yeah. If I was light skinned, I definitely.
You think so?
Yeah.
It's more than just a podcast. It's exposure.